Keyframes have generated zillions of dollars in revenue, possibly the biggest market in history. The real question is, how can you get a slice in the pie and, more importantly, master it as quickly as possible? Take a look at both these texts right here. You can see one of them just sits there while the other one moves up and down. See, your eyes are naturally drawn to movement, even without realizing it. All your favorite YouTubers and companies use these tactics to take your attention and, most importantly, your cash. So let's grab our slice of the pie by mastering the basics. In order to make the movements I just created, you want to search up transform effect. This is gonna give it a nice blur to it that our vector motion wouldn't give us, to make it look more realistic. So go up to your effects tab, search up transform, and just drag it and drop it onto one of your layers. Go onto the layer that you want to move. For us, you can see I already have all my own transform and my keyframes. I'm just going to delete them really quick, and I'm going to show you exactly how I created this movement. Go to your transform. It's going to look exactly like this. Go to your position. Your first keyframe is just going to set where you want the animation to start, and then the last keyframe is going to tell the program where it's going to end. In order to create your keyframe, you first have to click this toggle animation little stopwatch. Go over to this add, you can see it says add/move remove keyframe. Click on it. So now it's going to start our animation right where this keyframe is. If we wanted the animation to start here, it's going to start right where this keyframe is, or over here, right here, anywhere, wherever you want it to start, put it right there. Go a few frames ahead, so just like that. I have this clip at like 4 seconds. It's usually where you want the time movement to be, is around 3 to 4 seconds, just because that gives people enough time to really process what's going on and it's not too quick and snappy. I'm gonna hit this keyframe again, and now we have it. Nothing is going to happen, but now we have where it's going to start and where it's going to end. In order for you to make the movement of going up and down, like I showed you earlier, go to your last keyframe and bring either this is the X and this is the Y, or other way around. I don't really know. Just grab one of these values. For instance, if you wanted to go up, just grab this and decrease the value, and now watch. It's gonna go up from the start to now. It's just gonna stay there because you just had it stay there. Now let's move on to the second step, which is we're gonna be creating, now it's gonna go down. We want this to be a lot quicker, so I'm gonna do 1 second. That's what I did in the last ones. Bring this, just grab it, drag it. Now it's gonna just go really quick, 1 second. Here we go. Go to 2 seconds. Again, click on the keyframe button, or you don't actually have to click the keyframe button. You can just drag this and your software will automatically create a keyframe. So now watch. It's gonna go up and it's gonna go down. And then lastly, go to your last 3 seconds. Click this reset kind of arrow button. It says reset parameter. Click that, it's gonna put it exactly in the middle of your frame or whatever your anchor point is. Don't worry about anchor points right now. We're not gonna talk about those. Those are a different type of subject. They're just a lot harder to understand than this. So now you have your entire animation, you can see, but we want it to really bring it alive and give it more motion blur. I already have it set, but all you do is go down to, it says use composition shutter. It's gonna be clicked, unclick it, and for shutter angle, crank this all the way up, and you should have now motion blur to it. You can see a little bit of motion blur. Let's mess with the velocities now, so it can go like really quick and then slow and then really quick to give it a nice movement, and it's not just constant like this. Highlight all of these by left clicking and dragging. Right click on the keyframe, go down to temporal interpolation, scroll all the way down, hit ease in. Now it's going to give us a nice foundation of what we want it to look like. Go over to this caret. You can see how they're all curved now. Kind of looks like a bunny hopping. See, now it kind of has a nice, I actually really like that. It's like not too fast, not too slow. But click on your first one. If you highlight all of them, you can see these like little dots. That's what we want. That's our velocity and everything. You can see over here, this is how fast the velocity is. So if you just click this left one, it's only gonna show this keyframe and this keyframe. And then this keyframe is also attached to this one, so it's gonna show this one too, and this one, etc., etc. Click this first one, just grab this left one by left clicking this little circle thing, pull it all the way down and to the right. Don't mess with this right one. And do this for every single one of these. Now we're gonna have a really fast movement that starts slow and then gets really fast, and then starts slow, goes really fast, so it looks like this. Nice, really clean, smooth movement. If you do it the opposite way, it'll look something like this. Now let's go on to rotation. I've gotten texted personally that you guys are struggling with rotation keyframing especially. So I'm gonna try to explain to you simple and easy as possible how it works, because it's as simple as that, but it's a little catchy and different just because they like to mess with you. Let's say I want this up and down to kind of rotate. Just go over to your rotation, go to your next one, and I want it to be a circle. So we're gonna do just 360. And see, we don't really want that, because the reason why it goes around right there and not in the middle is because your anchor point is not in the middle. See how the anchor point is over here? In order to do that, you just grab the anchor point where you want it to be. I fixed the problem and made it. All I did was grab the anchor point. I know we were gonna talk about anchor points, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that I had to get into it. All I did was I drug it from the left to right. And then I changed these positions to bring it to the right and copy and paste them to make sure to fit on all of them. And for the velocity, it's the exact same, just highlight them all, hit easy in, and we want it to go like this. So just grab the left one, bring it down to the right, make sure they're kind of the same, boom. Now you get a nice simple spin. So you're probably thinking, I have to do this every single time? No. There's a hidden feature inside of Premiere Pro, and I'm sure any kind of software you guys are using, that will automatically automate this, so you only have to do it once, and then the rest of the time you just grab the preset just like you do with the transform. It's gonna pop up over here in the effects, drag and drop it onto your layer, boom, you have that exact preset or that exact movement you just made. I have over 70 some presets I made to help other people, and just it helps me go from an hour of editing to less than 10-20 minutes of editing. I'm gonna just search up, delete this really quick. I'm gonna search up one of my slides. So just slide in. You can see all my slides are right here. I really enjoy my slide in up and down out. So all you do is grab it, do that, and now watch. Comes in nice, goes down nice. That's the power of presets. It's gonna save you so much time. I swear this isn't an advertisement for you guys. I'm not trying to sell you guys at all. I just wanna help you guys out by maximizing your workflow so you can save more time on editing and put that time towards making money to hit that sweet dollar sign of $10,000 a month as a creator or entrepreneur or editor, whatever you are. If you're in the video industry, you need these presets. All you do with the preset that you just made, that we just created, is you go over to the preset. So it's gonna say this transform, right click the transform and hit save preset. Name it whatever you want, and it's gonna pop up over here. And just like mine, I have a ton of these, and that's really all you do. But if you don't use a specific layout to optimize all of these keyframes and drag and drop presets, you're never going to get the slice of pie that you have been dreading for. So click this video over here to learn exactly how I take my 2-hour long edits I used to take to 5 to 10 minutes.